Felisa, and this is another entry into Vlogmas. Thankfully, I'm starting to feel a tiny bit better, but I do think that I'm going to take myself to urgent care in the morning because I suspect strongly that I probably need to have antibiotics. Anyway, that's just a little update on Louisa Jefferson. So today's vlog is going to be a little bit different for me and a little bit challenging, I think, because I always try and be very honest and very transparent and very clear in my vlogs, because it's honestly, it's part cathartic for me, to be honest, because I get a chance to really talk through a lot of my feelings and a lot of my emotions in a way that I probably wouldn't necessarily, even with like some of my girlfriends, because it requires me to have a level of introspection and awareness so that I can deliver this content. But I also want to be very careful about, not oversharing and getting into details that might harm other people or cause other people pain or concern. So I'm kind of trying to do this balancing act. So here we go. I refer to certain situations. I know that I just uploaded probably a few days ago the maintenance man and the cleanup woman, and I had I had a great time, kind of talking through that, and my opinion about that has not changed. I think if you're able to have friends with benefits, maintenance man, cleanup woman, whatever that is for you, without having the attachment of expectations and emotions, then God bless you, do your thing. But for many of us, it's very difficult to really divorce ourselves from developing those feelings. In particular, women, we especially have a tendency to think that we are built for those kinds of relationships or those kinds of situations, only to wake up and find out that we didn't develop feelings for somebody and now we don't know what to do. And that person certainly did not develop feelings for us, and so now we sitting here looking like a complete and absolute fool when we knew what the rules were when we went in. But then there's something a little bit different than just a maintenance man or a cleanup woman. And I have to say maintenance man because I don't know what the equivalent would be for a woman, if there is one, because men have different relationships and thoughts as it pertains to casual sexual encounters and friends with benefits and all that kind of thing. And it's something that I refer to as the BFE, or the boyfriend experience. And sort of like the maintenance man, this kind of like takes it up a notch. So the BFE for me would be someone who is showing me a lot of attention. Okay, first of all, let's establish this. We're not exclusive. We've not made any move to be exclusive. It's probably not a good idea for us to move to exclusivity, but we enjoy each other's company. And so, we see each other. We can't even really say that we're dating. So it's kind of like this weird, amorphous, lack of description, friends but not really friends, caring about each other but not really on that level. It becomes this really weird space. And so for me, that's what I term the BFE. And the danger with the BFE, or the boyfriend experience, is that you can really incur a dude who is doing all of the right things, meaning they're calling you on a regular basis, they're texting you, they're checking in, you have great conversation. They might even be doing, little romantic things for you. Like, they might, send you, I don't know, I'm thinking about you texts, or, songs that they've heard and that remind them of you, or all the kind of romantic gestures that you would expect for someone that's pursuing you, except for they're not pursuing you. It's just kind of, I don't even know what to call it. That's where the weirdness comes in. But I'm telling you, just as sure as my name is what it is, you can start to really view that through a different lens, and not just, a kindness or, a warm-hearted gesture. It can quickly become an infusion for your damaged psyche and for your wounded spirit. And you have to really be careful about that, because the BFE, or the boyfriend experience, is not real. It's not something that's going to be sustainable for the long term. It's not something that is going to really benefit you in the long term, and really it may harm you in the long term. Particularly if you realize that you and whoever this person is are not necessarily well suited, and you don't really have, the things in common that would lend itself to a comprehensive relationship. I've always been very honest and very straightforward, and the older that I get, the worse that tendency becomes. I think in my 20s, I would have been more, more willing to kind of see it play through, like a bad golf game. See it play through and see, what might happen, and, maybe things would change. But, at the age that I am now, almost 50, no, I just think that it just prolongs the agony. It prolongs the eventual hurt and trauma that you could possibly inflict on each other. And unfortunately, you stand the risk of really ruining a relationship that probably should have never gotten to that level in the first place. Usually what happens is that on both sides, people are craving something that's missing. She may be craving that intimacy. You might be a stopgap for her. You might be, intermediary, meaning, she may just be coming out of a relationship, or perhaps she hasn't been in a relationship in a while, and she just wants to feel something again. She just wants to feel alive. She wants to feel beautiful. She wants to feel attractive. One of the things I used to tell my ex all the time is, I just want to know that you want me. I just really want to know that you want me. And it wasn't always sexual. I just want to know that you want me. Could you just please express that? That was so important to me. And I'm not the only woman that feels that way. So when you have a man that comes along that expresses, a desire, or expresses that he wants her in some way, shape, or form, it's really difficult to resist that allure, or to resist that tendency. But I'm telling you, just as sure as my name is what it is, you gotta really put some parameters around that, and you have to be clear about what it is. And I think that it's important to be able to say, we are not compatible. We are going to hurt each other. We need to really stop this and reverse this course of action, because nothing good can come out of this. It really can't. I'm someone that wants to be married. I've made no secret of that. I don't think that is a hidden desire. I also don't think that I have a t-shirt and I wear it all the time, like, marry me today or else. That's not how that works. But I don't want to waste my time in relationships or in situationships where that's not a benefit for me. That's not even remotely in the cards. If I were, again, younger, if I were, 20, 30, I might be inclined to drift along and say, oh, you know what? Maybe, in 5 years. I don't have 5 years to waste with somebody. I already gave one fool 10 years. I'm not giving somebody else another 10 years of my life. I'll be on Medicare. I'm not getting ready to do that. No, I'm just not. I have a clear vision for my life. I have a clear path of what it is that I want to do, and I'm not interested in wasting my time with anyone or anything that's going to deviate from that. Now, people can say what they want or say what they will, but everyone is entitled to their preferences. They really are. And I'm okay with dating guys and dating men and having men come into my life who are like-minded. And if it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. But I need to start with that basic premise. We are like-minded. So, my question is always, am I somebody that you could see yourself marrying? Not necessarily me, but someone like me. Do you plan to be married? Is marriage in the cards? Because if it's not, then you need a long-term girlfriend. That's not me. You could just keep dating and circling the drain and carrying on. That's not me. And so, I just want to, I'm not necessarily against the boyfriend experience. Trust me, I understand it, and I know what that means. But at some point, you have to put your cravings under control, and you have to know that sometimes they'll get the best of you, and you'll wind up in situations that are not meaningful and really can be harmful on both sides. If you value a relationship, you know, if you're having a BFE with somebody that you didn't even care about and that, you know, they just wandered into your life and you could care less whether or not you talk to them or not, after this is all over, then that's one thing. But if someone really presented to you and you've taken the time to get to know them and you really enjoy their company, you enjoy their conversation, you enjoy who they are, you really, really, really need to think long and hard about the damage that you could potentially be doing to that core relationship. And if it's never going to go anywhere, it would serve you well to put the brakes on it and say, you know what, this is not something that I want to continue doing, simply because we have different desires and different wants and different needs. And that's okay. It's nothing wrong with that. It's just that you need to do whatever it is in the best interest of you, and I'll do whatever it is in the best interest of me, because whatever it is that we're doing doesn't serve either one of those purposes. I'm Felisa. Please leave your comments below. I would appreciate your feedback and your commentary, and I will talk to y'all later. Bye.